I'm good now.
Oh, what was
welcome.
that? Yeah, welcome back to another episode of...
No, it's too soon. Jump on the Bat-Wagon.
Yeah! Yeah, it's not part of the title. Hosted by the Watchtower Database. I'm James.
I'm Brian.
Nice. This is the show where we watch through the entire DC animated universe from start to finish in the controversial Airdate order. To experience the shows the way human beings experience them in the far-off land time of the 1990s. Yeah, you know it.
I know it by heart now.
Brian's never seen any of the DCAU besides
I've seen
the 7 episodes that we've watched so far. Whilst I am the best DCAU person that exists.
I think the last time you called yourself a king, and I would like to refer to you more insultingly as like a jester.
Oh, yeah. A harlequin.
Or like a slave.
Ooh, cutting that part out. What are we watching this week?
I meant more medieval.
Oh, yeah.
Medieval era. Let's. Welcome to the podcast.
Jumped
on the Bat-Wagon.
No, we're not trained to do it the other direction. You can find new episodes of this podcast on the Podtower YouTube channel, as well as feeds close bracket, because we don't know where else this is on. Probably iTunes and Spotify and that stuff. Hopefully, I don't know.
I like Stitcher.
Well, someone has to. I don't even know what that is. We're watching The Cat in the Claw Part 2 this week. We've already seen Part 1. That was the first episode that we watched all the way back forever ago, several weeks at this point.
Yes.
And it ended on a sort of pseudo cliffhanger.
Kinda.
Catwoman was being watched with
she had
binoculars.
A voyeur going on.
Yeah. And he's like, "That's what you think, pretty kitty asshole." And then there's like,
wow.
Dun dun dun. And then six other episodes have gone by, and now we're finally watching Part 2. And weirdly aired. Everything is so weirdly aired. But we're watching it because it's like how a kid would have watched it, Except probably not, because now we're finally looped back a week of air dates. This is the first episode aired on a Saturday, and this episode aired on Saturday, September 12th, 1992. An episode was airing every day between those, but if you were some kid that only thought Batman aired on Saturdays, then now you've seen Cat in the Claw Part 1 and 2, and that's all. You missed 6 other episodes.
I hope producers have gotten better since then.
This aired at 10 a.m. on Fox Kids. Where were you?
On September 12th, 1992. It's been
great
working with you.
Wagon. Jump bet.
Where was I? September 1992.
I
would have been in New Hampshire. I would have been a child.
Yeah. I was 1 year old.
You were.
I didn't watch this yet.
No, I wasn't. What was I watching in the 90s?
I don't know.
Actually, I wasn't really into TV until like 93, I think it was, when I started watching X-Men, and I was like, this is the greatest.
Which was also on Fox Kids.
They were doing
just
good
barely
things.
Missing Batman somehow.
Yeah, awesome.
This is the 16th episode produced, with the 8th to air. Story is by Sean Catherine Derrick and Laren Bright. I think they were the ones on the first part as well. Teleplay by Jules Dennis and Richard Mueller. Director is Dick Seabass, your favorite.
Yes. Good old Dick.
Music by Harvey Cohen, and oh no, animation by ACOM Production Company.
Oh, ACOM. You guys meant well.
I suppose. I don't know. I kind of debate whether I should tell you the animation company until after we've watched it, because now you're just going to go into it expecting it to look awful or whatever. But
as soon as we get back from the break, you can expect me to say terrible things about the animation.
Yeah.
Where are the shadows?
Which was one of the better animation companies on that episode. Why are the headlights just cycles? Where's the beams? I need beams.
I'm waiting for the beams.
I dream of beams. That's a callback to Feet of Clay.
Did we get a subtitle for last episode?
No, for Joker's Favor, I don't think so.
Joker's Favor? More like Joker's Flavor.
He was in a cake.
It works! It works!
Joker's Favor, or he was in a cake.
Red Claw, watch out! Red Claw? A woman?
Do you have a problem with that?
Not at all. I'm an equal opportunity crime fighter.
You're not even recording.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, I am. What are you talking about?
Wow.
I almost hit the record button again instead of the music button.
Maybe you should have.
So now Brian's shirtless. Everyone can imagine.
Oh, that's right. When did that happen?
I am shirtless. I had no idea.
It's hot out today.
It is, yeah. So the Cat in the Claw Part 2.
Part 2.
Is
I was right.
What? There would be more claws?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, there was like a big tiger or something, big lion.
There is a mountain lion.
Mountain lion, yeah.
Yeah.
I know cats.
But it was kind of more the shape of like a leopard even. Like a lioness.
For whatever reason, my brain was like, a saber-toothed tiger? Why is that here? Not at all. Not at all what that is. It's just a big cat. I like how the cat, it's also like, oh, Catwoman. No, I won't hurt her because she's dressed like a cat. So
They kind of had a conversation.
I guess. Yeah,
She like talked at it.
Yeah.
Well, she talked before that.
Did she?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't remember.
There was like the guy in the thing. Come on, you're like
The guy in the
You're
thing?
the king. You're the king.
I am the king. I'm the fucking king, dude. What happened in this episode?
Okay, so we really picked up where we left off
Yeah.
in the first one. And
The action is just right out the gate.
right out the gate,
Like,
there was
no build up because you've already watched part 1 a week ago.
a week ago.
There was 7 weeks ago.
There was a train ride. There's a bunch of military guys guarding a virus in a vial, a virus in a vial.
This
kind
was
of thing.
picking
Or
up
plague,
from the
a
Cat in
plague.
the Claw part 1, which
Yes.
was Catwoman and the Red Claw, a terrorist who's trying to do a bad thing
Yeah.
in a place.
Yeah, so Red Claw like busts onto this train, steals the virus, and
Very topical, you know.
no, right?
Because
Because
we had trains, yeah, in the last
a lot of trains
couple
in
episodes
Big
ago.
Bus, Oregon.
Yes, Oregon.
Oregon. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, Red Claw busts onto the train, steals the plague, and then
The Red Claw, a woman?
I know.
I'm an equal opportunity crime fighter.
That was so lame. It like came out of a time when like equal opportunity was maybe becoming like a really like popularized
Probably,
thing, and
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
oh, we're gonna make that a line.
It's a really funny gag, yeah.
Very cheesy, but I applaud it all the same.
Yes.
Okay, so Red Claw, who's a woman, steals the plague and buggers off, and then
So that's the second time Batman is surprised that someone's a woman. Our new cat burglar's a woman. The Red Claw, a woman. My mother was a woman.
we need to insert a little Monty Python clip there from The Life of Brian.
Yes. That's you. You're Brian.
I'm Brian, and so is my wife.
What?
That's a line from the movie.
Okay. What else?
Okay, so
She's
yeah,
on the train, takes the
happens,
virus.
Then like Bruce Wayne and what's Catwoman's?
Selena Kyle.
Sure,
Yeah.
such a Kyle. So
They,
then
they have I thought the middle chunk of the episode is so slow. Like, Batman is like, oh, I'll figure out where the deadly virus that can kill a 10-mile radius is later. I have to have lunch with this lady. And then
yeah,
I go on a weird car chase sequence.
which also seemed just like a little like I guess it was to prove a point that she was kind of being sought after, but it was just.
Yeah.
Oh, here they are driving across a bridge, and now there's someone trying to run them off the bridge, and they ran the other car off the bridge. You
They
never
weren't
hear
even
from
like
them
running
again.
them off the bridge. They were just like tailgating them and then fender bendering them into death. That was the commercial break. Boom, 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 boom. As like, oh, the car is kind of
Slightly
close to the
dented.
other car. Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened? And then that was just like that just went away, and
Mm-hmm.
we just moved to the next scene, which was the whole like they end up in a bunker, this big like government issue bunker or whatever.
Yes.
What is her accent?
I guess it's
Red
Russian.
Claw?
Yeah.
She's like
Yeah.
kind of like vaguely Eastern European. I don't
Yeah.
think it's quite Russian.
It might be one of them fake DC Comics countries, but I don't think they ever say. She's just red. You would think it's
Yeah.
Russia, but yeah. They're in the big warehouse place.
Yugoslav.
Yeah. You got Czechslovia.
Yes. Okay, so they're in the bunker, and then like Batman and Catwoman get kind of all tied up. And wait, how did they get caught?
Batman was like, I'm here to save you, but first I have to pick something up. And then the big jail bars come down, and they go, no, you can't just turn around and go back out the way you came in. You're trapped now.
yeah, it's pretty lame.
Oh, was that the scene where it's the same henchman like 4 times?
That was the scene. They just kept
Batman knocks him out, and then they get
appear on
cornered
like the
by
other
him,
side,
and then they turn around, and there's other guys with guns behind them that are also the same guys.
Yeah, it's like 3 sets of these same guys.
You were like, no wonder they fired this animation team. It's actually surprisingly okay animation in this.
They did the light bending thing again with
yeah.
Commissioner Gordon looking through the blinds and the light streaked across his face. That was, I mean, there was some legitimately good animation in this, which surprised me.
Yeah, and like Batman
ones.
was mostly like on model and stuff. Like I was expecting like, okay, this one's gonna suck or something. The only things I thought were kind of bad were like the shot of the big cat jumping on Red Claw was just like way too wide of an angle, and nothing interesting happened. Like it was just like, oh, what did I just watch? Like I don't know, it wasn't very dynamic in any way.
I feel like there was some weird technical glitches.
Yeah.
Like that. There's one scene where like
her face was kind of messed up.
Wait, what is her name again?
Valina Sile. Selena Kyle.
You fucker. Selena, like she like turned like 15 degrees, and like in the midst of that, her face stretched out and like her eyes warped, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on with her hands in that same shot.
Yeah.
But it's like there was in that scene, Bruce Wayne drops her off at her apartment, and she goes in there, and her roommate or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Talking to her while she changes clothes, and there's just a way too long shot of the roommate like walking across the entire length of the apartment. Yeah. It's like, you didn't need to show me all of that. Like I would understand if you cut back to her and she's over there, that now she got over there. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Also, that was another one of those weird animations where the room, what's her name? Maven, the science raven.
Yes. Where she wasn't moving at the same like speed as the room was moving.
Yeah, like the background is moving at one
her
rate,
feet
and
are kind of like slipping across the floor.
She was like a forwards moonwalk or something.
They call that walk. Earth walk.
Earth walking. Yeah. She was earth walking her way across the frame.
You hate to see it.
Anyway, to wrap this synopsis up, Batman saves the day by going fucking ape shit with a gasoline truck, you can presume.
Yeah.
And a grenade, and then he
throws the grenade before he even gets out of the truck, and then the truck like kamikaze. Okay, so Red Claw is standing next to a helicopter, turns and sees the truck coming at her, gasps, and then wide shot of the truck hitting the helicopter, and both of them explodes. Both of them explode, and then it cuts to Red Claw has immediately teleported to a different helicopter up on the mountain.
And is still
like,
upset. Still upset about her first helicopter being exploded. Meanwhile, a slow-reaching arm of fire makes a perfect straight line to go out and grab another vehicle.
And
then
that explodes, and then, like... I like Batman.
It was the arm of Hades reaching out towards vehicles, like, and I want to burn this one, and I want to burn this one.
An old Disney cartoon where like someone smells like a pie in a window, and there's like a like smoke hand like beckoning them toward the pie. It was like that, but with fire.
It was
the fire like reaching the virus, and you were like, fire destroys virus, I guess. I don't know. And immediately it cuts to a shot of like a comically large amount of like dynamite and fireworks and whatever else you could possibly
and gasoline and TNT.
And it's like, why was that in there? And
it was I can't imagine the plate. Oh, maybe no, that might be a little too soon. Still, with what happened in
what
was it, Beirut? The huge explosion that happened.
Last summer. Yeah.
That was Beirut, wasn't it?
Sure. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah.
Man,
sorry, listener.
Sorry, listener.
What else? That was the episode, basically. Batman goes back to her apartment
and like handcuffs Catwoman, but we don't really know why.
There was also like a bat hang glider in this episode.
There was a bat hang glider. Batman hang glides in from
air,
just the sky.
Does he leap out of the Batwing into a hang glider, or is someone mowing outside? Is that a mowing? Yeah, it's a distant mowing. That's okay. That's part of the podcast now. That's the name of the podcast.
The very like
mowing.
slight sounds that you pick up on are amazing to me. You're just like, wait.
Yeah,
There's
my hearing's
a light
really terrible
mowing in the
unless
background.
I'm wearing
We gotta
headphones.
stop.
Okay, official TV guide synopsis for this
Bring
episode. The terrorists put their plans into motion, stealing a virulent
They just keep calling it a plague.
virulent strain of plague, which they use to hold the city for ransom. Meanwhile, Catwoman infiltrates the terrorists under mountain headquarters, not realizing what she's getting into. When Batman follows her there, they're both captured, trussed up, and left to die as victims of the viral plague. However, by working as a team, not only do they destroy the plague before it can do any harm, they also prevent the terrorists from fleeing the area before the authorities arrive. Unfortunately, despite Catwoman's assistance, Batman is compelled to turn her over to the police. Though he's grown quite fond of Selina, she is a thief, and the law is the law.
He's whipped by Gordon.
The more I read these, the more I wonder. Yeah, the more I wonder if there's like two different, like synopses written for these. Like, I wonder if there's the first time airing synopsis and the like syndication synopsis, because these feel like, what was that episode about? Oh yeah, here's the whole plot. Oh yeah, okay, I'll check this one out. Because otherwise it's like, just seriously, why are you telling me every single thing that happens? It must be something like that, I have to imagine. Even though these come directly from Warner Brothers and Fox Kids and that kind of stuff.
You do some detective work.
Yeah, I won't.
Let's find Batman.
Cast
Man.
Kevin Conroy as Castman. What?
Oh, he wasn't in it.
What?
Get on the Hydra's back.
Oh no, he wasn't. Oh, you're prepping for it. I see.
I was
like,
ready.
Why are you doing a T pose all of a sudden? Yeah, cast Kevin Conroy as Batman, Bob Hastings Gordon, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. Alfred, Adrian Barbeau as Catwoman - Selina. I'm reading these all as they're written exactly in the end credits.
Good
Catwoman Selina. So like there was the Man - Bat, Man Bat. This is the Catwoman Selina.
Nice.
She played Alice in the Swamp Thing movie, the 1980s Swamp Thing movie. I told you this last time.
Yeah.
She's also apparently, I found this out while looking up stuff. The fourth Halo game has a scene where a scientist is like really hurriedly explaining something to Master Chief, and then gets like completely melted, like screaming, and just you see like skin disappear and then muscle disappear and then bones, and then she's just a pile of ash. I guess that's this Adrian Barbeau also voiced that lady. I did not know that, and it's just
the more you know.
Strange thing. Dr. Tilson is the name of the character. Mary McDonald Lewis as Maven. Apparently she was Lady J in the G.I. Joe 80s animated series, which was, I guess, a main villain or something. I don't know this show at all. But she also voiced Wonder Woman on the Ruby Spears 80s Superman cartoon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kate Mulgrew as Red Claw, which we talked about last time. She plays Captain Catherine Janeway on Star Trek Voyager. And she's also on Orange is the New Black. And Herb Edelman as Stern. I think that's the boss dude, the company dude. With additional voices by Steve McGowan, Neil Ross, and Frank Welker. Frank Welker being Fred and Scooby-Doo on Scooby-Doo. I bet he was the voice of the big cat or something. Or just ISIS, probably.
Roar.
I can do that.
Good job.
I've only got one piece of trivia.
Tell me it. I need this trivia.
It's on the lines of the bad animation stuff.
Oh.
Apparently the ending explosions were animated so awfully they had to be redone 3 times, and the crew still felt that the final result was terrible, but ran out of time and had to air it. So this we were talking about, like the fire reaching out for everything. So apparently they didn't find it good either.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. And that was the same thing where we're talking, like, there's a scene at the very end where Commissioner Gordon and Batman are like talking.
They're standing like 2 feet from a like 12-foot tall wall of flame.
Yeah.
And Commissioner Gordon's like lightly dabbing his forehead with a neckerchief.
Yeah,
like, oh, it's a little warm right here.
Yeah, it was there's some kind of unbelievable stuff, but there was also some good stuff.
Like?
But if they're... Well, that one thing with the light was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, like the windy,
blinds.
like the opening scene where Batman's talking to whoever the hell, and there's like wind blowing through the park and all these leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that, but now they did TV Guide. You're letting us down, TV Guide.
No, why didn't they say that?
Batman
interrogates the South Side mob boss in the.
Oh, that's right. I'll come
park.
at you from every side. North,
East.
south, east, west,
Shit,
northeast.
I said east already.
East
Southwest,
again.
west,
the underside of west,
west, east, east, west,
south,
south,
north.
south.
Yeah.
To super double south. Yeah, that it was interesting with paired up against the other mob boss episode we watched today. Is like I have no idea who that guy's supposed to be. Just like one-time South Side mob boss guy.
Yeah.
He's been selling candy too, I guess.
You know what that is, James?
Stupid.
Plot
It's a plot device.
device.
Plot
Stupid.
Plot device.
There it is.
What else happened in this episode? We talked about the car chase. You said when the bad guys fell in the water, you were like, "Oh, but cats don't like water." And I was like, "That was the other car." And then you said nothing.
Yeah, no, I think it was just one of those dumb like Brianisms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When Bruce Wayne brings Selena Kyle back to her apartment, he's like confessing his love for her, sort of like he's like,
Yeah.
"I haven't felt this way about anyone in a long time." And that's sort of slightly foreshadowing, I suppose, but it's not it didn't really click with me, I guess, of like, you've known this girl for a couple days or whatever. Batman's kind of a like man whore in this show.
Yeah.
That's what Jessica always described Batman as.
It seems like it. He thinks he's kind of like a sexist man whore.
Yeah. Our new girlfriend's a woman.
Like goes
How
into a
did this
grocery
happen?
store.
Yeah.
The new cashier is a woman. The person driving that car is a woman.
How is this
That
possible?
person voting.
Yeah. Yeah. Our new president's not a woman. Oh, boy. Anything else we have to say?
No.
It's
the green one.
Oh, my God.
Will you start punching your microphone?
No, I don't think I will.
Okay, we'll just have to deal with it. Sorry, listener.
Sorry.
What day is it?
Today is, I don't know. What do you mean?
I mean, for the listener.
I don't know. Friday? Question mark?
Huh. I hope you're having a good Friday, listener.
I hope whatever day of the week it really is that you're having a good Friday.
It'd be amazing. Like, someone's going to be, like, looking down at their phone and be like, oh, my God, it is Friday. And then you and I, James, are going to be like, we know.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets.
Yeah. We're. I think when we started doing these episodes last month, when we were still recording, we were so like, yes, we're gonna start the podcast, and this is so cool. It's gonna be so much fun. And now we're like getting, a little deeper into it, and like every episode is a little more like by the book. Like, okay, we gotta talk about this, and then we talk about it, and then we're not branching out to tangential topics.
Let's
we gotta
branch
talk about
out.
funny things.
Let's talk
And
about
we gotta be entertaining.
Batman's usefulness in this episode.
In this episode, yeah.
On like a scale of like 1 to 10.
Light wraps and was Batman necessary are, I guess, the two things to continuously talk
Just
about.
little seasonings on top of the podcast.
Batman, was pretty necessary in this, I guess, because he blew up the whole place.
He seemed pretty necessary from...
But would she have set off the virus had he not been there? Because he blew up the place so that the virus wouldn't be exposed everywhere, but that was only because she set it off, Red Claw set it off, because he was there.
That's the thing. And also, like, the virus wouldn't have gotten out of that place.
Yeah. Well, what? Why?
Like, the doors were, like, locking, and it was just like, no, you guys are going to be dead in here, and then I'm just going to threaten to have it. Even though
I'll
you
just
guys would be dead.
pretend.
Yeah,
Which she could have done without ever stealing the virus. She really was just wasting it on killing
yeah, but
Batman
she
and
had to
Catwoman.
kind of like, bolster her bluff, right? Like, I have this thing. You guys saw me steal this thing. You know that I have it, and here it is.
I killed Batman and Catwoman, two people the world has never heard of. So clearly I do have the virus.
Yeah. So I guess other than the beginning, Batman was very useful in this episode.
Yeah.
But so was Catwoman. Batman wouldn't have gotten. He was like, I'm tied up and I don't have any way to cut this rope.
Yeah, and
then
seems like a
Catwoman's
job
like,
for a woman.
A woman. Women have nails, right?
Our new rope cutter's a woman. Yeah.
My new crush is a woman.
I guess this is another example of Batman being like, oh, fucking, yeah, I was going to, okay, so.
Whoa!
I was going to say this is another example of Batman being like, the police know about him and are cool with him.
Oh, yeah.
So, but then it reminded me how Commissioner Gordon has like a second telephone in a drawer in his desk.
Oh, that was
just
amazing.
for Batman, I guess.
Like, was that just a sight gag
I don't
that
know.
the animators did? Because, like, okay, let's set
You
this
would
up
think
for
if
you,
it's
listener.
meant to, yeah, okay.
There's like you hear a
He's
phone
on the
ringing,
phone with someone else, like
and there's
a
a
military general.
There's like
or
a
something.
shot of a desk and a telephone. You hear a telephone ringing, and yeah, he's like on the phone already.
Yeah, he's talking to whatever military person was in charge of the train. Like, you're telling me they stole the shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like Commissioner Gordon's like fumbling in his pocket. He like pulls out a key, and this whole shot is just like looking at a telephone on a desk. He like pulls out a key and like opens this locked drawer, opens up the drawer and pulls out another whole telephone and then answers that one.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same as the other one. Yeah, a whole entire telephone apparatus and everything. Like, I don't understand if it was supposed to be like maybe a reference to like 60s Batman where they have like the, red telephone that goes directly to Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
But I doubt that he has a phone that goes directly to Batman. He just for some reason has a second phone
In a
that
locked
maybe
drawer.
Batman knows the phone number to that one, and so if he gets a phone call on that phone, he knows it's Batman.
Right.
But maybe he can't call Batman the other direction. I don't know.
Like a one-way phone.
Why is it the exact same phone? It's not bat looking or something. It's just a phone.
I know. It's really interesting. Like it'd be interesting to like really like delve in and break that down and be like, okay, where does this phone go to? Can it? Are you going to?
No, I don't know. When I run out of other ideas, it'll be any day now. So.
The Commissioner Gordon phone. I wonder if this phone comes back.
Cannon. Yeah.
Will it canon?
It was in the episode of the cartoon, so yes.
But no.
Catwoman's squishy face is also
She's part clay. She's Clayface.
the terrible arm reach of fire is canon.
Oh my god.
The double helicopter teleport.
There's some interesting choices made in this episode.
I think the downfall of the animation wasn't in like specific, not all the time wasn't specifically like this was drawn badly. It was more like that was an interesting choice you made there. Kind of stuff. So.
I want to see what the first fire was.
Yeah,
they're like no, redo
the
that.
Third or fourth time, and it was the best one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if it's just like, I don't know, like little animated emojis of like fire just different parts. And
my never mind. I was about to say my flames are dancing, but it's the what's the little animation?
My
anus is bleeding. Like, yay! Yeah.
That's a stretch, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's not good. I didn't type in. What was the last episode? Was it Joker's Favor? Yeah.
Joker's Favor.
Joker's Favor.
Or the Joker's flavor, or he jumped out of or he was in the cake.
He was in a cake.
He was in a cake. We can remember this.
Yeah. What's this episode called?
Cat in the Claw Part 2.
Yeah. What's the fake title of this?
Oh.
It's supposed to come naturally, but we didn't think of it.
Did we not say anything that would be
I don't know.
worthy of a...
Maybe when I'm listening to the episode again as I'm editing it, I'll hear something. That's what I've been doing the last other times. Big bad fire time. Where do you place this on your top 10?
That's probably a better question.
Here's your list so far.
Oh, thank you.
At number 7, you've got It's Never Too Late.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, On Leather Wings. Number 5, Feet of Clay Part 1. Number 4, The Cat in the Claw Part 1. Number 3, Joker's Favor. Number 2, Feet of Clay Part 2. Number 1, Heart of Ice. We're coming up with our top 10 as we go of all the DCAU episodes. So far, obviously, they're going to keep being Batman forever until we're done with the show. But we haven't even reached 10 total episodes yet. So all the episodes we've watched so far are on the top 10 out of default. So.
James, it's never too late to kick It's Never Too Late off the top 7.
Okay, so you're putting Cat in the Claw. Well, no matter what you do, it'll be. I don't think it's lesser than.
We can kick it
that
off.
one.
No, I thought this was a good episode. It wasn't a fantastic episode for me, but it more or less wrapped up everything from the first part.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably put it. I want.
Is it better or worse than On Leather Wings?
Probably worse.
Okay, so
we'll put it at the new number 7, and just keep pushing It's Never Too Late down.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna do the same thing because I don't like it less than It's Never Too Late, but I like it
less than everything else.
Well, yeah, and it's definitely worse than part 1. I think that one's like more interestingly introducing you to like, who is Catwoman? Oh, she's doing cool burglary things and stuff.
Yeah, and this is just kind of like, this happens and this happens and this happens.
Explosion. Yeah.
Explosions.
So my top 10 so far in reverse. Number 8, It's Never Too Late. Then this one we just watched. Then Cat in the Claw Part 1, Feet of Clay Part 1, Joker's Favor, Heart of Ice, Feet of Clay Part 2, On Leather Wings. I'm keeping On Leather Wings at number 1 at the moment. Yeah. We've only got 3 more episodes until we have like a top 10 that'll actually start bumping things off the top 10.
Oh, I can't wait till you bump off On Leather Wings.
That would mean that I'm bumping off all of these. I guess that might happen.
I don't know, man. Heart of Ice.
It'll be interesting to have to do it this way because, like, what if we get to a Superman or Justice League episode or something where I'm like, oh, I like that more than On Leather Wings, but I don't like it as much as Heart of Ice. But I can't do that because I have Heart of Ice at 3 and On Leather Wings at 1. Like, I have to keep with the order that I have.
That's your fault.
I know. We're both going to experience this, Brian.
No, mine's perfect.
Oh, you're right. Well, the next episode, we're watching.
What's the next episode we're watching?
What's
it called?
Pretty Poison.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a Poison Ivy episode.
Wow, how could you know?
Because I imagine that Alfred is
Alfred.
Why did my brain do that?
Ephraim Zermbler.
Alfred is what his name actually is.
True.
I imagine he's going to be out like cultivating some like beautiful garden, and he's probably going to be like, oh no, there's poison ivy. And then it's going to be like a spin-off, and he's going to get like poison ivy, and he's going to have to go to the store and get some like calamine lotion, and it's just going to be like all...
Oh, so this isn't about a character named Poison Ivy, this is just about the plant.
There's a character named Poison Ivy? That's the one. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be a Poison Ivy episode.
Okay.
What's it called?
Pretty Poison.
Pretty Poison. Yeah, it's probably just going to be her...
origin
story.
Yeah, so far I don't think anyone that's appeared for the first time has had their origin told, and yet you continue to guess that, oh, a new character? It's going to be their origin story. Just like every other character so far.
I mean, I'm probably never going to be right, but I feel like I need to stick to my guns.
Oh, no, I guess technically Mr. Freeze, we saw his origin.
Yes!
But I don't know if you guessed that. No, you guessed that was going to be Mr. Freeze and Penguin fall in love or something.
That sounds like something I would say.
Penguin hasn't even been on here yet.
Not yet. Maybe he's gonna be in the nest. The
nest episode.
I can't talk.
Penguin might very well be in a nest episode. As a bird, I said. Brian's got a good face. Yeah.
Wow, where are we?
This is the end of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Forever. We're not doing any more
Do we need
episodes.
some traveling music here? Just kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like some
Thanks,
light...
everybody, for listening.
I feel like this is good. This gets a good vibe to like closing out the show,
Sure.
doesn't it? I can't believe you... That's not... He's doing a remix. He's doing a... Oh, God. Oh, God. Why would you do this to me? That's fine. Yeah. Anyway, listener, thank you for doing your part.
Yeah.
Listenering.
You can, if you want to, like, if you got any commentary on this, you want to ask us some questions.
Ask
Brian what he's thinking so far.
Ask me what I'm thinking of the whole show.
Podcast at watchtowerdatabase.com. Email us. Put something in the subject line that you're talking about this podcast.
And not another
on the
podcast.
Bat-Wagon. Yeah. That was a weird drum fill. I thought I accidentally hit a different button. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. You'll hear us next week, really. And stay classy.
Stay sane.
Oh.
Hey, do you want to hear a joke?
No.
I didn't want you taken away like a common criminal.
So you do care.
More than you will ever know.